Բարոն նախագահ, հարկե խոստումները, արդարություն հադուցանե հայության, նախագահ Օբամայի Լոս Անջելես այցելության առիթով փողոքի ցույց, 5-շաբթի ապրիլ 21 գեսօրե յետք ժամը 3-ին Sony Picture Studios, հանրագարքերը գմեկնին ժամը 1:30-ին, Էնսինոյի Ֆերահյան վարժարանեն, Գլենդելի Սուրբ Աստվածածին եկեղեցիեն, Հոլիվուդի Ռոզ եւ Ալեք Պիլիբոս վարժարանեն։ Հավելյալ դեղեցություններու համար հեռացայնել 818 500 1918 TV-ին։
On April the 21st, President Barack Obama arrives in Los Angeles, just 3 days before the 96th anniversary of the Armenian Genocide. With us is Mrs. Nora Hovsepian, representing the ANC, and on the same day there will be a protest in Culver City. We will talk about the importance of the protest and the meaning of that protest as part of a larger effort. Mrs. Hovsepian, Senator Barack Obama delivered several times a promise, but President Barack Obama did not fulfill the promise. Now he's back into Los Angeles where the largest Armenian community in the United States is, and he is starting his campaign, his presidential campaign one more time. Therefore, as we see this protest as a part of a larger effort and more maybe deeper meaning that is there, requiring and requesting justice, requiring and requesting the fulfillment of promises that are given, and of course the larger effort that is behind this whole aspect.
Yes, thank you. Everything that we do at the Armenian National Committee and all of our sister organizations comes from a strategy to fulfill our 3 goals of recognition of the genocide, reparations for the genocide, and return of Armenian lands that were taken as a result of the genocide. So coming out of that larger strategy, this protest is one of the fronts on which we are struggling to fulfill those goals. As you said, Senator Obama made several promises to recognize the genocide and to deliver justice for the Armenian people. We believed him at the time. He seemed sincere. As senator, he had taken several steps in that regard. As president, however, he has not kept his promises. And we need to make sure that he hears our voices of protest, that he knows that he's going to be held accountable for the promises that he has made in that regard. So far, he has not officially recognized or appropriately recognized the genocide. He has also taken other steps which have not been in line with our goals. For example, not promoting Resolution 252 in Congress to recognize the genocide, failing to hold Turkey accountable for its blockade of Armenia, failing on the Nagorno-Karabakh issue, and forcing Armenia to enter into the protocols with Turkey, which have been ill-fated and a complete debacle up until now. So all of these things we need to make sure that President Obama knows about, especially on the cusp of his re-election campaign. And he is coming, as you said, Manu, to the largest Armenian American community in the country. If we do not make our voices heard, not only to him, but to the national and international media that will be following him around on the campaign trail, then our whole struggle will be severely weakened. We need to make our voices heard. That's just one of the methods in which we're going to do that. He's coming to Los Angeles 3 days before April 24th. That would be a perfect opportunity for him to visit the Armenian Martyrs Monument in Montebello, which is the only Armenian Martyrs Monument on public land in the United States. He needs to visit and at least lay a wreath there. He needs to take some steps in order to start to fulfill his promises to us.
At least he could show the moral and the responsibility of the President of the United States as the President as President Reagan did in 1981. He could do the same thing, and I think nothing would have changed, because nothing really changed between the United States and Turkey within those past 30 years.
Yes.
And of course he could have done the same thing, but I don't know why he has not done it yet, and I'm still saying yet because we still have the hope that he will be the president who, as he promised, who would recognize the Armenian genocide.
Exactly.
However, that is not, I think, the only program that is out there for the larger effort that as I was talking about, the larger effort of the recognition, the reparation, and the return. I think there is another plan, there is another program, and that is related kind of to the churches or the World Council of Churches or something.
Exactly, yes it is. This year, Easter Sunday falls on April 24th. This has not happened since 1859, and it's not going to happen again until 2095, when we'll all be gone. So this is the only time within our lifetimes, within this generation, when Easter Sunday falls on April 24th. Based on that coincidence of dates, we decided to formulate a new strategy to reach out to the evangelical community in the United States, which, as you know, has a huge influence on American politics in recent years and will continue to have an influence on American politics. Being the first Christian nation, we have the authority and the credibility to push this strategy forward. And so what we have done is we have reached out through various means, the Christian media, sending email blasts to 250,000 congregations across the United States, asking them to participate in a national day of prayer, which we have named April 24th, so that in their churches and from their altars on Easter Sunday, they pray for our martyrs, the Armenian martyrs of the genocide, and in that way gain their support and educate them about our genocide. The long-term strategy in doing this is to establish those contacts and those relationships with that community so that in the future, in the coming year, when we try to push forward a resolution asking for pressure to be placed on the Turkish government to return Armenian churches, monuments, and relics, religious relics, to their rightful owners, the Armenian Church, the Armenian people, we will be able to use the support of the evangelical and Christian community, not only in this country but worldwide, to put pressure on Turkey to do so. That is something that's not a political statement, which may be somewhat controversial. This is a religious statement that all Christians can join on to. We've also started a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Day of Prayer, which we want to spread like wildfire, viral effect on Facebook. And we urge all our viewers to go to that page and say that they like that page so that we can expand this effort. This effort is not ending on April 24th. It's just the start of this new effort, and we have to do it.
Apparently, it might seem or it might be a coincidence having the Easter Sunday and the April 24th on the same day. But I see something further than that. It is the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ, and at the same time it is the resurrection of the Armenian people from death.
Exactly, yes.
From death that was planned for a nation. And of course, I guess the churches will understand that and act accordingly. At least that is our expectation from sister churches. I think we need to say only a few words, like concluding the maybe where is and when is the protest, maybe the most important part.
Okay. The protest is on April 21st, Thursday, at 3 p.m. Buses will be departing from not only the three locations that have been publicized, which are in Encino, Glendale, and Hollywood at the churches, but we've added a fourth location due to popular demand from North Hollywood, the church in North Hollywood on Van Owen Street. The buses will be departing at 1:30 p.m. We expect our community to come in droves to this protest. It's the only way to get the media attention and to get President Obama's attention that this community, the largest Armenian American community, is making its voice heard. The organization, the ANC, and our sister organizations can certainly plan all these events and can plan the protest and do all the logistical things that are needed, but it's the community that needs to come out. I know it's a difficult day. It's during work hours on a Thursday, and it's in Culver City, which is not a very convenient location for most people. But we have to do this. Take a half day off of work and just come to the protest. Take a bus, one of the
buses will make
and come.
make it convenient for
very
them.
important.
And I understand that our community, the Armenian community, will definitely get the attention of the president and the national and the international media. With us was attorney Nora Hovsepian. Thank you very much, Mrs. Hovsepian.
Thank you.
And we'll continue right after this.
Բարոն նախագահ, հարկե խոստումները, արդարություն հադուցանե հայության, նախագահ Օբամայի Լոս Անջելես այցելության առիթով փողոքի ցույց, 5-շաբթի ապրիլ 21 գեսօրե յետք ժամը 3-ին Sony Picture Studios, հանրագարքերը գմեկնին ժամը 1:30-ին, Էնսինոյի Ֆերահյան վարժարանեն, Գլենդելի Սուրբ Աստվածածին եկեղեցիեն, Հոլիվուդի Ռոզ եւ Ալեք Պիլիբոս վարժարանեն։ Հավելյալ դեղեցություններու համար հեռացայնել 818 500 1918 TV-ին։